So this Canberra Raiders team can actually jump into the 8 if they win by 4 points or more this afternoon. That's despite dropping their opening 2 matches. And Hudson Young, he was a junior rep player at the Newcastle club. Is he an origin player in waiting, Hudson Young? He's got a great try-scoring record with a try in his past 3 games against Newcastle, and he scored 14 last year. He was the joint top try scorer for the club. Kurt Mann returns. A calf strain kept him sidelined for a couple of weeks, but there is some reinforcements for Newcastle, which is some respite for the coach Adam O'Brien. Jaden Brayley back as well. Greg Marziu will get a maiden appearance for Newcastle on the wing, and he is so exciting. He's all power and speed. And this man, Lockie Miller, a double last week, 2 line breaks, 6 tackle busts, and a couple of 100 running metres. A standout effort from him. So a win apiece for both of these teams. It is only round 4.
Time your run here, guys.
But when you start in the negative in terms of wins and losses, it's always a relief to get on the board. And Sunday footy underway now. Here's Seb Chris doing the fullback work in the absence of Xavier Savage. Ricky mentioned too, the ground has been chopped up by the earlier games. There was a lot of rain up in the northern part around Newcastle and the central coast as well. So that explains why the surface is a little bit damp. And here's the skipper Whitehead within 10 of the halfway. Starling starting this afternoon. Zach Wolford back to the bench, and so is this man, Emre Gula. Josh Papali'i will play his first game of the year from the bench today. Here's Tapane. And pressure on Jack Whiten this afternoon. From a kicking perspective, Brad Fittler with no Jamal Fogarty and Miller with all of that blistering footwork on show there. It's pretty much Jack Whiten's game in terms of kicking, because on the other side of the ground, Matt Frawley, but they're both left foot kickers, which is interesting.
Makes it very dangerous being a left foot kicker on the right side of the field. If you get that inside pressure, you'll hook it into the crowd. So I think Jack Whiten will take over a lot of the kicking duties.
Played by Bradman Best. And here's Marziu. 15 tries in 25 games for the Gold Coast before heading to Newcastle. He is all power. And now Daniel Saifiti gallops into Canberra territory. Tackled by Tapane. And the ball sent for Jackson Hastings. It's a tantalising kick. Albert Hopewadi did well. He stood solidly under that with pressure from Gagai and Leo Thompson down there.
Well, you can see the wind there. Hastings put the ball up and it just held up into the breeze. And that's a tough catch when you're coming forward to the ball and you've got the defence coming at you. So I think that'd be a tactic Jackson Hastings will use again.
Well, now Albert Hopewadi. No Jordan Rapana, so a couple of unheralded wingers for the Raiders. Albert, one of them. James Schiller with his second game of the season on the other wing. Ball played by Young, and Starling for Tapane.
Last tackle up square, Leo.
Great footwork for a very big man. And Whiten once again. He sends Miller chasing over into the corner. And you can see he takes plenty of tackling there. Greg Marziu. Now the home fans want a 6 again call, but the referee ignored the boos. He'll get plenty of those in Newcastle. It's a one-on-one steal by Haida-Nida.
Yeah, beautiful play by Joseph Tapane, just giving him enough time, reeled out of the tackle, and Haida-Nida come up with the ball.
Here is a great early chance for the Raiders on the road up in Newcastle. Tapane playing it. Starling sending it away now for Whitehead. He gets a nice pass away in enormous traffic. Big Emre Gula for the line. He's pulled down less than a metre short.
Hold, go, 3.
And another power play attempt. Whitehead, no way through that Newcastle wall. 4 tackles used. Here's Frawley. He gets a great ball away to Hudson Young, who continues his great try-scoring form.
Well, that was too easy. The one-on-one rake by Corey Hadawira-Naida got him in good field position. Here it is here. Gets a cheap field position. Isuzu D-Max replay, and then Frawley just throws a dummy, and then it's a tackle underneath the ball. And he gets his hands free, and Hudson Young, he's a try scorer, but tackle under the ball, don't wrap the ball up. Brayley goes past the ball carrier, and that's an easy try. That's pretty soft.
Well, if the Knights did their homework, they would have known that Starling likes to play those short balls to his forwards around the post. The first one to Gula looked a tad forward, and when Frawley went through here, I thought that pass was questionable as well. Oh no, it looks pretty good on this angle. Hudson Young, can't he score a try?
He finished last year with 7 in his last 6 games.
Yeah, Kurt Mann that time, he went past the ball, and that was a right shoulder tackle. He ended up getting past and had to come back with a left shoulder tackle underneath the ball. Poor movements in defence there.
Yep. Oh. No worries. Yeah, thanks, mate. Stay behind, guys. Just wait, Lockie. Okay,
He
mate.
might have been a Newcastle Knight at another time, Hudson Young, but geez, he's making his mark as a Canberra Raider and the opening try of the afternoon. Whiten will send Sebastian Chris back. Let's head to Emma Lawrence, who's doing the sideline work for us. It looks like a nice enough afternoon up there, Emma, but they've certainly had a lot of rain.
They certainly have. It's holding off for the moment, but there are lots of clouds around. It's looking ominous, 23 degrees, and quite a strong easterly coming across the ground at the moment. Because of that earlier rain, it is quite slippery, and as you can probably see, quite churned up because we've had 2 matches here already, Jersey Flag and New South Wales Cup.
Okay, Emma's got Millie with her on the sideline today as well. Can't wait to hear from her. Whiten's coughed one up, and a chance here for Newcastle. Off a mistake.
What happened then, Freddie? Jack wasn't even watching. I think he thought Joe Tarpany was going to get the ball.
Shot clock on.
Hits him in the back. Had a knock on it, hits him in the back. There it is. Show it. Doink. Oh, it's his.
Everyone there looking at it.
That's his bicep.
And then he's offside. Tarpany. Is that a penalty? No, it's a scrum.
Front foot on the line, mate. Front foot there,
It's a
Jack.
dog's breakfast, that's what
Front
it is.
foot, Harley.
I could say something else, but the kids are watching.
All the way in, Hudson. All the way in, Sebastian. Hold there. Shot clock off. Yep. Break.
Tyson Gamble retains the number 6 jumper with the news. Kalen Ponga, he's heading off to Canada for a bit more research and investigation into his issues with concussion. He's a competitor, Gamble. Hastings turns Kurt Mann underneath.
He won't stop barking. He will bark all day.
Miller now. And Gagai, he held off Harley Smith-Shields. And apparently he's got the record for bench press in the NRL, Greg Marziu. A giant. And so strong. And Gamble now. Within 9 metres of the Raiders' line. Ball comes to Miller, who tried to dig it through. He lost the ball, said Chris. Oh, here's another chance.
We had an opportunity to run the ball there. Lachlan Miller, I think he premeditated even before he got the ball that he was going to kick. There was a 3-on-2 option on the outside. He kicks it through. Chris just spills his lollies.
Yeah, that's a weak grab by Sebastian Chris. Matt Frawley went in on the defender there. I don't know if he was looking for a penalty, but it looked like he was overplaying it either way.
Under 10 seconds, boys. boys.
You can't have a grip like that on the ball.
Shot clock off. Sebastian.
He's had an up and down time at fullback. It's describe it. Seb Chris filling in there for Xavier Savage. And Newcastle having to cash in on an opportunity to score now off that mistake. Gamble for Leo Thompson. And put down within 10 of the Raiders' line by Tapane. Brayley, Tyson Gamble, Jackson Hastings. That ball has rebounded out the back, and it's covered up there by Jaden Brayley.
It's a couple of times he got mixed up when the ball's gone wide.
And Leo Thompson. Brayley dashes from dummy half, and Gamble, he wanted someone to run onto it. He missed the target. Marziu! Oh, he nearly carried two of them over the line with him. Gamble, it's off the hand of Gula, and Hideaway tonight is back there. He'll do well to stay in the field. He does.
Greg Marziu, he would be awful to tackle.
Strongest man in the world, officially.
If you're looking to demolish your house, you can
I'd like
him to run through it.
I'd like him to move some piles of dirt on my little farm. I think he would do that quite easily.
He literally nearly carried them with him. One on either arm. Timokol now. Played every game for the Raiders last year, Matt Timokol. And here's Emery Gula. He's done some really good work this year for the Raiders, mainly off the bench. He's very strong.
He's improved. Every year it goes on, he's matures as a player. It's a big unit.
And Miller. Great mover. And now Dane Gagai. Game number 249 for the Queensland Origin champ this afternoon. Still plenty of footy left in him as well. There's Marziu again.
He's already got 20 tackle breaks. 10 minutes into the game. Late offload.
Brayley waiting. Gamble running onto one, and here's Bradman Best.
They need more of that. Trying to get the ball to Bradman Best early, giving him time to wind up.
Oh, that'll help. Fourth tackle. Recharge of the count. Brody Jones now, so sustained football for the Knights down Canberra's end of the ground. Here's Bradman Best again. 3 tries in his last 3 games against the Raiders, and he's 5 metres out when he plays it here. Brayley for Hastings, and he sends it for Kurt Mann, and then out to Gamble, and then to Miller, and then to Gagai. He steps back in. Got the ball back to Miller. It's only tackle 2. And Lockie Miller evades Hideaway tonight, but Timokol comes out and shuts down Fitzgibbon. They stack the short side here. It's a short ball to Bradman Best. Canberra organised in defence at the moment. Hastings, and the ball goes to Mann, and then to Gamble, and they've got them stripped, and it is the beast, Marziu.
Got that defensive on the inside.
Plenty of ball movement. Did I hear the referee talking to the bunker then? Let's hope not for Knights fans. Yeah, plenty of ball movement. Nice play pass here from Tyson Gamble. Isuzu D-Max replay. Ball will go wide. Watch this ball goes into the line and fires it quickly. There was a collision there with Smith Shields. What happens here? I think he slips over, and then Greg Marziu, you're right, the beast. Look at the size of him.
It was Elliot Whitehead how he bit in on that tackle early, and then it just set off a sequence, and the Knights players, I've got to say, they just handled it. They were calm, and it was just a sequence of second-man plays, and everyone played their role.
I think they're looking at this one, Freddie.
Yeah, Elliot Whitehead, I thought, bit in on a player early, and I'm not sure if anyone else was obstructed at all. There's no way in the world that defender.
The movement of the defence. The defence was all moving infield. think it's confirmed, is it?
It's green lights, it looks like. Our referee is heading back behind Jackson Hastings, who's lining this conversion attempt up from right on touch. Good hit back by Newcastle.
Plenty of field position.
It's well off target. He's first in Newcastle colours, and it's 6-4. And Miller has been extremely busy.
Ooh, something
What
happened
happened
here
there
with
to one of the
Tyson
Raiders?
Frizzell and Hudson Young came together. And Tyson Frizzell wasn't happy. He's bent over backwards in back play. There was some contact on the chase for kickoff, but he's not happy, Tyson.
Well, I thought it was Hudson Young that ended up on the ground.
Safidi. And now Tyson. He's all right. It takes a bit to break him. Well, he hasn't had a great run with injuries over the last few years. Hastings with a well-weighted kick, given the breeze this afternoon, which generally favours the team running towards the north in these afternoon games, and that is the Knights.
That was a good set after points. Sebastian Chris caught that ball within his own 10. That's a great set. That was against the breeze.
And now Harley Smith-Shields. Starling for Joseph Tapane. Led the league last year in post-contact metres and was third in the league for offloads.
It's his late footwork which gets him in a position to offload. A really great late footwork for a big man.
We spoke before the game about Joe Tapane. Come over from Wellington. He played 29 games for the Knights, and Canberra went really hard after him. Gave him some good money to go down there. You can see the potential. And I think they got it right. He's turned into quite the player.
That's Heimel Hunt, who's inconvenienced in back play. Gagai wants to play this quickly. There's the boos again. Give us 6 more, ref. Now Brayley. And Saifidi once more. Good charge from him. Tackled by Haidawita Naida. And Hastings up in the air. Kick taken by Seth Chris.
Just watching Heimel Hunt back play. I don't think he can go on. He's holding a sternum or ribs. He looks in all sorts.
Oh, that was big contact.
I think he'll have to go off. It looks like the way he's holding himself looks like a rib cartilage.
They're really compressed up in defence here as well, Newcastle.
Yeah, he'll have to go off here.
Oh, Frawley's left one behind here. They were trying to get at Heimel Hunt. And they've got the ball back, the Knights. He's all right, Joey. He wants a run of it now. Oh, no. Didn't want to get tackled. Now Frizzell v. Whiten. Dragged down.
Oh, no. Tyson slow to his feet.
He might be winded.
He's had some concussion problems last few years, and he sort of fell awkward there.
Strong start by Daniel Saifidi, a rampaging run. Look at this. And another set for the Knights coming up. He's 5 metres out when that ended. And Hastings plays short now to Fitzgibbon. Tackled around the legs by Frawley. They've got a new set of 6 at their disposal, so no need to push it from a Knights perspective here. Here's Kurt Mann. Oh, there goes the siren again. And Brayley. Oh, some tired legs out there for Canberra. A lot of back-to-back defensive sets so far. There was another one on the ball. There's another one. Bradman Best. They're not going to stop him from there. No way.
And he's an absolute powerhouse, Bradman Best. Jackson Hastings, a lot of touches in the opening 18 minutes. And this what this young man can do. Aziza D-Max replays as Daniel Safidi just charging through the middle of the Raiders. And on the back of 3 or 4 6 to go, Jackson Hastings just gets it off the ground and just fires it to Bradman Best. And then that close out one-on-one. Nearly impossible to stop. Millie.
Great try there by Bradman Best, a well-needed try, but it's always the backs that seem to get the glory. It was Daniel Saifidi's run straight through the middle, the 6 to go that really set them up there. He's been a workhorse and it's been a great first half for him.
Good on you, Millie.
You've got to be kidding, Millie. You're going to give the credit to a front rower.
You stick solid,
He
Millie.
did nothing. Are you serious?
Solid. You don't go bagging Millie, Brad. She's the darling of Newcastle.
Yeah, she's got it from the Ruwan Sims book of commentary.
Great to have
Another
Millie
great
with
front
us.
rower.
Was that 3 6 to go? Was that 4? 3.
3 on the back of a drop ball.
Freddie, do you think they give him out too easy?
Well,
As long as they go to Newcastle, I don't mind.
yeah, the ones on early tackles don't hurt you that badly.
Well, the slap at the arm, there was no doubt. That was a 6 again. The marker wasn't square.
At the end of the day, the 6 to go for the defending team, it's a better result than the penalty. The penalty stagnates the game as well. So the attacking team would rather go for the 6 points.
So Hastings well off target with his first attempt. He's come to the other side of the ground. This one will feel more comfortable for him. Ooh. Well, they conceded what Andrew John said was a soft try to start this game, Newcastle, but gee, they fought back well with a couple of great efforts.
Yeah, controlled the ball well. Jackson Hastings' kicking game has been on song. We talk about Bradman Best. I think that's the side of the field they have to target the Knights. And Matt Frawley and Timoko defending together. You get some joy in around those defenders.
Well, he's had more runs in the first 20 minutes of this game than sometimes I've seen getting in Tigers.
Here's Brayley, who was trying to pinch another set restart, but there wasn't one forthcoming. Oop. Chris confronted by Kurt Mann, got through 73 minutes in round 1 versus the Warriors. Kurt playing at lock forward, so very different role for him from what he was playing early in his career. Been missing since then with a calf, back this afternoon for his second appearance of the season. And there's Seb Chris. So Xavier Savage not due back till round 7, they're saying, because of that broken jaw. So Billy, speaking with Seb in our pre-game, asked how much fullback he played. I think he said he played some in Harold Matthews. Fair old fair old time ago. Different scenario out here today. Frawley, that kick is long, and Miller's let it bounce, and it was a perfect bounce. Oh, he got clouded high, didn't he? Yes.
Hitting the back, has that happened? What do you got, Wiz?
Well, they're not going to penalise this one. I think the bunker may come in. Daniel Safidi not happy with his fullback getting hit high, and there's the penalty.
Check. Check.
Oh, they can't sin bin him for this one. This is just...
High contact, mate. It's on report.
Oh, that's not a sin bin. It was a lazy arm.
Goal. Joey, yep.
Well, he was trying to keep him in goal. There's plenty of desperation in what he was trying to do. There's no time to... No time to manoeuvre the arms there. You're just trying to get him in goal, so there's very little malice in it.
I wonder what Coach Adam O'Brien was thinking when Lachlan Miller let that ball bounce.
I reckon Lachlan Miller's thinking about his ribs. Then you've got to reach up for the ball.
Jaw. A little tap, but he got some rough treatment on the fullback. Ooh, Thompson with that was a hospital pass to Kurt Mann.
Kurt Mann must...
Man got it away.
Kurt Mann must owe him money. That was a dead set hospital pass.
Oh, no.
Jeez. I don't know what's in the Gatorade. They've just been drinking after that try, but the wheels have fallen off for the Knights. I don't know what Brayley was thinking.
I'm trying to think, if that last one was a hospital pass, what would you call that pass? There used to be a nightclub in the city called the Black Market.
What are you talking about?
Well, that was just a little bit crazy.
I feel like he went to pass and went to dummy, went to pull it back.
He got too much spray on his hands. Here's Chris. Tries the in and away on Dane Gagai. He's seen that a million times before.
Well, they've got to defend that error now, the Knights. I've got to say, the Raiders forwards are rolling forward. Much line speed from the Knights defensively.
Tapane for Frawley. Here's Josh Papali'i. And Elliot Whitehead was standing in the way pretty much. They couldn't get a shot on him, and it's broken down again here. Whiten's got to submit. Man drags him to ground. So that's tackle 4. This is Elliot Whitehead. Great tackle. He's been so strong at the start of this game, Daniel Saifidi. For 7 metres out when he played the ball here. Frawley goes away. Whiten's going to try to take them on. It slipped me underfoot. He slips through them, Jack Whiten.
Well, if the first try was soft, it doesn't get much softer than that one.
They got every play wrong then, the Raiders. Every single play. They got this one wrong as well. Frawley goes to the line. Hudson nearly gets in front of Jack Whiten, which forces him to run. He comes back through the absolute middle of the Knights. And on the Zuzu D-Max replay, you got a 5'8" scoring under the posts, beating 3 or 4 Knights forwards. The coach definitely won't be happy with that.
Oh.
Well, on the tip sheet going into the game is Jack Whiten, left foot step, left-hand carry, right-hand fend. So if you're one of those tight defenders and the ball goes away to Jack Whiten, you know he's coming back. You got to be prepared to make the tackle. That was really soft. Some poor efforts there. And he's a big body, Jack. You got to go in hard. What are they checking here?
So the try's been confirmed, and Corey Haidawita-Naida from right in front once again. He's only a part-time goal kicker, but they're looking after him today. Gee, that's for all the great work they've done at the other end of the ground. That with the ball in hand, the Newcastle goal line defence up the other end is very lamentable.
Well, the worrying thing, Canberra have been down their area twice, and there's been 2 really soft tries.
Look at this kicking technique. I love it. It's like it's out of the 80s. Stomping toes. He's just made this up right there and nailed it.
got to wait 10 seconds, Lachlan, just for that clock, mate. Just time your run there, Dane. Go early here, mate.
2 tries each. Whiten the latest on the score sheet. Miller gets us back underway for Sunday footy. Coming to you from McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle. Oh, Papali'i. He felt the brunt of that tackle with Brayley and Fitzgibbon at the forefront. Well, now the old warhorse, Elliot Whitehead. Tapane this time. Here he is, the 2-try hero from last week.
And once again, the Raiders forwards are just rolling up the field.
Frawley with another high ball. Caused problems for Miller with the last attempt, and Corey Horsburgh came running down, screaming at him then. He was screaming straight in his face. Someone get him a hot dog. Gagai. Hudson Young doesn't let him go far. Played back to Brayley. And this is Croker on the ground now.
Horsburgh!
Here's Big Corey! The ball's bounced off him, and get all the hard work. Has he got it back?
He's made it.
He's got it back.
Bend your back, Corey, bend your back.
Get down, son. It's a long way down from up there. Now Whiten dummies and runs. He's a beauty, Big Red.
Yeah, that was a great play. Great play.
Poor old ball as it came ricocheting off his melon. Frawley and Tapane. Now here's a real examination for the Knights, who've let 2 tries in from close range. They've got to steal up here. And Papali'i stepping off the left, running across them, and he's put down by Fitzgibbon and Croker. This is the last play. This is Frawley. Tries to kick through. Corey Horsburgh got knocked over. It was all fair.
Yeah, there he's getting himself in the picture frame, Corey Horsburgh. Here's the charge down. Look at the effort here. Bang, puts a body on the line.
Bend your back, Corey, bend your back.
Just found a way. And then nearly found a way to score a try into the goalpost.
Fascinating game, this one. Canberra hoping to go to 2 wins on the bounce. They've won 8 times in Newcastle over the years, and that's a respectable enough record. 23 games before today, 8 wins. And back in the day, it was a graveyard for opposition teams, this ground. Remarkably, before today, Newcastle had won once in their last 12 games at home.
Really?
Yeah.
And the crowd still turns up. Imagine if they were winning.
You always see Newcastle at home, really different proposition playing them. But I suppose the club's been through some issues lately. Well, they got 2 wins in the last 12 games overall, and both of those have been against the West Tigers. Ball played by Basami Solo, another of the former Newcastle brigade, and this kick is out on the full.
Yeah, poor kick there by Jack Whiten. Just puts the ball up, and with that easterly breeze, blows it over the sideline. Knights will start this set on the halfway line, which means they'll get an attacking kick at the end of this set if they don't score.
Here's Jack Hetherington. Oh, gamble. He's good at that, isn't he? Closing the outside play down, Jack Whiten. But the ball went back to Miller. He looks likely every time he gets the footy locked.
He does, doesn't he?
What a dangerous player. Now Croker.
Got a late offload in his game. Croker, one to follow.
Away to Hastings on the left, and Gamble plays on, and Bradman Best gave it to Hymel Hunt, who seems to have recovered from that earlier issue. 19 short of the Canberra Raiders line now inside the final 10 before half-time. A competitive half of football. And yet another competitive round of NRL action. And Hastings, opportunity here. They've got Best one-on-one again. Can he force it? I think Canberra have wrapped the ball up.
Hand over, guys. Out 10.
Yeah, Frawley did a better job there sliding off his player. Was able to give his centre some assistance with Bradman Best. He was just able to get more body in front of him. The winger does a great job, Schiller. They hold him up. Frawley keeps holding on his man. That would be the definite target, getting to that space between him and Tumakol.
They've got to get the ball to Bradman Best around the halfway line when the defences hang back a little bit. Just give him some room to move. You can see how explosive and powerful he is. But that's the side the Knights need to attack. They're coming down their left side.
Ball's Brunel. Oh, Croker, the young bull, tried to put a shot on Papali'i, and he's come out of that second best.
Head clash.
Yeah, he came away feeling at his jaw.
If there's one head you don't want to collide with, Papali'i.
Miller. Oh, that's wonderful for Fraser. Ball's come free in the tackle. He's offside.
It's a loose carry. He's making a tackle. So it's not played at, you're offside.
Well, this is interesting. They could go to a 6-point lead if they decide to take the shot.
It was very, very similar early in the game at the other end when Sebastian Chris just was coming out of his own in goal, and very similar type of carry. Just not enough respect for the ball there. The Canberra Raider hand got to the ball, but as the referee said, just not enough respect. Weak carry.
So given Newcastle's goal on defence so far, they continue to march up towards the line here, Canberra. They lead 12-8. And Horsburgh wrestled to ground by Hetherington and Brayley. 4 metres out now, Starling with a floating sort of pass to Papali'i, and he gets driven into the ground. The crowd appreciate that. Pretty much in line with the black dot. Frawley for Hudson Young, and Seb Chris has put one down now.
Just be careful with that leg lift, mate, and turn it in. Shot clock on. Hey, where are we
Nice
going?
hustle here from Dane Gagai. Sees the play, gets up in Sebastian Chris' face, forces the error.
All the damage has really been done through the middle of the Knights. With some big centres, I'll be inclined to be turning those players and bringing them back through the middle of the Knights.
Now, how about this, gentlemen? With a 16-14 win this afternoon over at home, the Warriors are in 4th position on the ladder. They've won 3 from 4 to start the year, and this was a most courageous win from them. They had to withstand a stack of goal line defence against Canterbury, and they hung on for a 2-point victory. So the Dolphins are in 3rd, the Warriors are in 4th.
Sean Johnson had a game.
He scored the winning try. It was a fantastic try as well.
Great run, Gagai.
And now Brayley scampers. They didn't think Papali'i was square there at marker. Hastings. This kick sits up in the air. Gagai with a spectacular catch, but he only was able to get it back to Jack Whiten in the end.
Well, once again, Jackson Hastings using the wind there. You see him putting the ball high up into the air and Just gets held up into that nor'easter. Gets the catch.
Oh, that is a big collision.
Oh, the nor'easter didn't help him.
They look frightening when the player loses the feet before they hit the defence. You've got Timoko, pours into a hole. That's a beautiful ball away at the back to Schiller. But good recovery from Bradman Best. Last 5 minutes until the break. Such a critical window of the game. Horsburgh out. Dragged to ground by Frizzell. Frawley. Kicks into the corner where Heimel Hunt's waiting, and he goes to ground after taking the catch 5 metres out. Here's Bradman Best. So Warriors in fourth, eh? Who would have thought that? And it was a victory built on defence, which is something we are not used to seeing from Warriors teams.
You know what? And they've got their own style. Just watching the way they play. The coach has had experience over there with the Warriors. They seem to have got their own style of play. I think what you'll find is going to be some big crowds there soon, and they're going to be starting to compete with some of these better teams.
Sharks Warriors next Sunday in this very time slot. That'll be a beauty.
As Tyson Gamble got out of dummy half then, there's no one within support. Number one rule, if the dummy half runs, everyone just has to support. So there's some real fatigue in the game at the moment.
It's been a riveting contest, this one. Continuing the pattern of very competitive games and close score lines as Horsburgh goes out to Jack White, and there is an overlap out here, but that was great work by Hastings.
Great tackle.
And now Hudson Young. Time for an attacking kick as half-time beckons. Frawley sends it up in the air. And Chris is trying to get after the kick, but it was a fraction long, and Marju.
Look out. Look out.
Oh. Oh. Really stung by that one. Hastings for Gamble. Miller with a tap on. And Gagai can't promote the ball too much. Oh, he wasn't held. They didn't finish the tackle. Play by Jones. Miller at first receiver. So graceful over the turf, the Newcastle number one. Ball played to Brayley. And Hastings, he saw him come out of the line there. That was Frawley who came out. Brodie Jones tackled less than a metre out. Horsburgh and Chris combining. Great chance for the home team. Jack Hetherington tries to bustle his way there. But he can't get past 4 Canberra players, and I don't think the coach had that one on the tip sheet.
Well, they've got to find a kick. Running into the breeze.
Front foot with us, Lachlan.
Makes the attacking kick quite easy.
Hold now.
Roll the ball in goal. Or
Hold.
land the ball on Jack Whiten's head with that short kick to the corner. But we've got to find an attacking kick.
Let up now. Lock in square. Hold.
On the other side, that was a great try-saving tackle. Corey Horsburgh once again just finding himself in the square, in the picture frame. Nicely assisted by Sebastian Chris.
Both teams have had their moments in the first half, Chance. This is really good second half shaping up here. Starling. Another jack in the box with plenty of pace running from dummy half there. Frawley. Whiten comes to the other side of the ground, goes to Timoko. Another one hard to tackle. Built low to the ground with plenty of power. This will be the last play of the half. It goes back to Frawley. He's going to try and nail a 2-point field goal. It's a great kick. He's got it.
He's got
Another one. That kept going and going.
It's like he was the only one thinking about it.
What a play by Matt Frawley. Didn't even know he was playing this morning.
I've never seen him kick the ball that far.
It's like a missed kick too.
Just drops over.
What a super kick by Frawley. 14-8 at half-time. The Raiders over the Knights. Jackson Hastings, busy as always. Corey Horsburgh has made an impact since coming into the game. A big charge down play, one of his involvements. So Canberra resume. You can see the Breeze, they're really holding that ball up. We'll check in with Emma shortly after the resumption of play here. Ball played back by Dane Gagai. And the Beast, Greg Marzu, got his first try in Newcastle colours early in the game. And for Croker now. And there's Starling and Sorlo combining there. He started the game, Tom Starling. He's gone the whole journey so far. Zach Wolford on the bench today, despite being named to start. Haven't seen him yet. Played lower grade football at Newcastle, did Zach. And Tom Starling played one NRL game for the Knights back in 2018. There's a fair bit of cross-pollination between the Canberra and Newcastle teams out there today. Ball taken at the back by Schiller, and a good start to the second half for the hosts. Timacor hit hard. Well, there's some line speed. And Jack Whiten pops it to Hudson Young.
Talk about the cross-pollination of the two clubs. There was 4 Raiders players that played in the 2014 junior rep team for Newcastle, and they won it. There was also Braden Musgrove in that, Tex Hoy, and there was one else, Brodie Jones. What a good team.
Oh. You've got a good memory. Where'd you leave your car keys?
I actually coached most of that year in the junior New South Wales team.
There's a lazy arm by Horsburgh on Greg Marju. And the Knights will get a set start. That's what teams want. They go through their plays, they rehearse plays. Just a lazy arm there.
Hetherington plays on to Gamble, and Croker, a little bit of room to work with here. Jones takes the ball to the line. He had players on his left waiting for it, and now Brayley makes a bit of yardage out of acting half there. Now Hastings is running across the line looking for someone. He takes on someone's got to punch into holes. When someone's running the line like that, you just can't stand there and watch. Miller for Jones and Gamble. And he floats it out in front of the Beast. He gets another one. Oh, look out. He's taken out the photographer.
The photographer doing his job just got straight up, grabbed the camera, started clicking.
Beautiful ball by Gamble.
Yeah, nice pass. Aziza Demax replay. The ball will come out. Tyson Gamble. Room to move, and then throws it over the top. That was inch perfect. This will look good on this angle. He gets the ball. Brodie Jones in 2 minds. He's looking, he looks, sees the winger coming in. Look at that perfect pass over the top.
How do you reckon the photographer's feeling about now? Oh, good put down.
Oh, look at his face.
Oh, well done, Greg. Well done. The Canberra Raiders defence, they got up in front of the ball. And as Tyson Gamble got the ball, they were sort of backing away. They didn't know where they were. They got disconnected from Jack Wyden. and he just nailed the pass. He had a landing zone, I reckon, of about 10 centimetres, and he found it. Look at that boom.
So, Andrew, you often talk about the spiral pass against the end over end pass. How come the end over end pass was the right play there?
Because you can throw it up and it dips. If you throw the torpedo, it goes flying through the air like a Scud missile. So if you're going to throw those Harbour Bridge passes over the top, it's better to go end over end. Simple physics, mate. Simple physics.
Is there such thing? Miller has taken over the kicking, and how about that?
On your run there. Time it.
He's got 2 in Newcastle colours now. Greg the Beast Marzu. 14 each. This is fun footy on a Sunday afternoon.
I think he's going to get some more.
Today?
Today.
Yeah.
There's plenty of question marks about his position in the team. The coach made the big decision of dropping Dominic Young, and he's absolutely killed it. What's happened here? Starling's gone down.
And he took a dive. Jack Hetherington fighting to play the ball.
Great offload out the back too, and they can go on the attack here through Gamble, and Bradman Best trying to rumble through that hole. Timoko closed it down, and some help there from Schiller as well. Of course, Nick Kotrick, the other missing member in the back line, so they are down some troops. Two of their starting. Oh, what a ball! Hetherington beats Chris with some foot. Josh Papali's come to tackle him. What cover work from the veteran front rower as Miller goes to Gagai. Yes, he's in as well. They're starting to rattle home.
They're sideline to sideline, the Knights, using the ball. Looking at the Canberra defence, they're so spread. The spaces through the middle. Corey Horsburgh on the tackle before. They ran through his tackle and made the break through the middle. Matt Croker gets the right arm, flick pass.
Wow.
Finds Jack Hetherington on those Zuzu D-Max replay. Then they just come to the right-hand side. They had to get it to the hands of Gagai, get it to some experience. Frizzell goes through, and he had too much space there to nullify Gagai. He just had it in 2 hands. He looked like he wanted to give it to Marzu. That would have been 3 for Marzu.
Lockie
Harley
Miller.
Shields, just left hand, holds him off. That's an experienced and a great play.
Lockie Miller, beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. And Gagai, what a player he's been. Millie.
It was a beautiful offload there by Matt Croker in the middle of the field. The crowd is absolutely loving it. Josh Papali'i did so well to get that cover tackle on Hetherington there, but just too good in the end, and successful on that right edge once again.
Can you see any other players, Millie, other than people in the middle, front rowers and
leave her
locks?
alone.
Are you serious?
I can, and the backs did very well there to get across the line.
Hey, Millie, they sound loud there. They're up and about now.
They definitely are. Their voices are out, and we're in front of a very supportive bunch, that's for sure.
So Miller drained it from the same spot about a minute ago. Oh, he's done it again. Oh, what a kick. The Knights with 2 scintillating efforts after half time. Here's it. Oh, Croker gets ironed out. That looks spectacular. He's okay. Geez, Lockie Miller, isn't he turning into a player?
Well, he's shaping it. He's putting it on the wind, and it's going Irish.
Oh, that was good.
Reverse swing.
Yeah, he's chopping across the ball as he kicks it.
That's confidence.
He's a player and a half. He's been the best player by a mile this year for the Knights.
Well, he's got a bit of ball playing in him too, Andrew. He's not just a sprint star and with footwork.
Well, he played halfback growing up.
Right.
From Coffs Harbour. Played rugby league, all rugby league. Played halfback, so he's got the skills.
And Jones now, well, the Raiders just got to take a breath. Try to work out what's happened here. It's all run against them after half time. Now the kick has been flattened, but it wasn't late. And Albert Hopewadi and Gagai are into it, and now the referee's called time off, and it's time to dance.
Careful.
Leave it.
Gags.
Need to come down to the catch.
Albert Hopewadi's dad might be in the crowd.
I think it's every second Hopewadi.
That's right.
There's normally...
Apart, guys. Jaden, just take him apart, mate. Take him apart. Take him back for us, Jaden.
So it might be this one on the kick.
Yep. Okay. Mate, I can't deal with it while you're talking to me. Could you please go back?
Well, he's an aggressive tackle by Gagai. He comes in and Hopewadi reacts. There's nothing illegal in the tackle. It's just really aggressive.
You're off the ground and you make contact with the head. On report in the bin.
Oh.
Well, they've lost total control here, Canberra. Total control of the game.
Yeah, and if you got anything
going into the break, this is what Gus talks about, the dreaded field goal. Going in the break, they had total control.
So it's the mid-air element of that which makes it more severe in the eyes of the officials.
Well,
that shows
obviously
he
the
was.
contact in the head.
He takes his eyes off the target. He's going to pressure Jackson Hastings. And then the last minute, if we can see it again, he takes his eyes off where he's hitting. So once again for it, he's got no control where the shoulder's going. He looks away.
So Croker with it now. A chance for 3 tries on the bounce for the Knights. Hetherington. And there's the Newcastle chant circling McDonald Jones Stadium. Fitzgibbon comes bounding onto a pass, but he's stopped by Frawley and Timokor. And Sorley there too. They've re-triggered the tackle count though. Brodie Jones, Tyson Gamble, Lockie Miller, Tyson Frizzell, he's got the try. That's 3 after the break.
There was disgraceful defence on the other side of the field. 3 players had Lachlan Fitzgibbon. They couldn't put him to ground. They end up getting 6 again from the play. You had 1 retrieving defender. You got 1 player in the sin bin. There's just too many numbers in Isuzu D-Max replay. It ended up just a nice hard line by Tyson Frizzell. Once again, Lockie Miller steadies up the defence. Then you have the fast Tyson Frizzell moving through the line. They're falling apart, the Raiders.
Once again, Lockie Miller, another try assist, but shows his class. He goes on the line, but then he slows up. And watch his timing of the pass, which gets Frizzell one-on-one with Tom Starling. Just watch, he'll go in the line, he'll stop, slow himself up, and wait, which gets Tyson Frizzell one-on-one there with Tom Starling. But Lachlan Miller, showing his class.
What about this?
Winds back the clock there, Tyson Frizzell. What a warrior he's been. What a warrior he is. Playing with a busted ankle. A couple of weeks ago, there was a worry that he'd be out for the year.
I can't imagine he's played fully fit for several seasons, has he? It feels like he's always getting battered. He always turns up. Wasn't there an Origin game over there in Perth when he nearly didn't make it?
He woke up crook. I remember him coming down to the team walk and we just sent him to bed. And he just killed it. Came out, he scored a try that day as well.
Oh, can't bring that one back.
Let me run.
16 points in 7 minutes for the Knights after halftime. Oh, look out! Here's Marziuk. Oh. Bumped off Starling.
Just wind him up and let him go.
You've been hiding him for the first 3 weeks. He was running around in New South Wales Cup a couple of weeks ago at Leichhardt Oval.
That seems unfair.
There's a bit of Akuyuwate actually about him, isn't there? In terms of his strength and how he's built powerfully low to the ground.
What a player he was.
Yeah. Sebastian Chris. They'll be full of running here, the Newcastle side. They've had all the ball after half-time. The emotional roller coaster of Australia's greatest rivalry is back for 2023. See the best of the best come together and battle for Origin glory. Secure your seats today at nrl.com.au/tickets. It comes up pretty quickly, Origin time.
8 weeks until we pick the team, Matt.
Suggestions will start flooding in before you know it. This is Sorlo. Sami Sorlo played 27 games for Newcastle, all off the bench before heading to Canberra this year. All the beasts have got him. Papawati and Smith Shields chasing the kick down there.
That was a better set by the Raiders. They're back in the game now. I think they've worked out as well. If you put that ball high, Jack Hetherington on the sideline, you bring the catchers forward, makes them nervous.
Now Hastings taking on the defence himself and takes a whack for his trouble. And Gamble kick bounces initially away from Chris, but he's able to take it. They're really outnumbered in the outside backs at the moment by injury. Canberra. Certainly Seb Chris isn't a natural fullback. Normally Jordan Rapin would be the option back there, but he's unavailable as well. I mentioned Nick Kotrick's not playing as well. And then Xavier Savage at fullback. So look, they're missing their front line, back three. And we know how critical those positions are, especially wing when you talk in terms of yardage game. Corey Horsburgh giving everything again in that run. And the ball sent to Frawley. Oh. Gagai gets it away out. Oh, it's a mistake here from Phoenix Crossland. He's just gone out on the ground, actually.
Everybody up.
There was a big shot there by Tapane, who's also been sent back out by Ricky Stewart, and Crossland couldn't handle the offload from Gagai. Might have been knocked out there in an effort to make a tackle by Horsburgh.
Make sure you hold there, Bradman.
He competes, doesn't he, Horsburgh? And he competes on every play.
Jack, you got to get all the way in too, mate. Okay, shot clock off.
So the gap's only 10. If they can score a try here, Canberra, they get themselves back into the game. They just have to shift the momentum. Zach Wolford for Joseph Tapane, and he can produce an offload in heavy traffic. He's got no one running with him there. He's pulled down a couple of metres short. Croker over the top, six again. Wolford working with Frawley, and now Hudson Young. He loves that run back on the angle, but he's met well by Crossland, and Croker down low and Brayley over there as well. Still a man down, of course, with Whiten in the sin bin. Ball goes to Sorlo. He's one-on-one with Fitzgibbon, but he makes a solid tackle there. And Zach Wolford, away to Hideaway to neither. No opening. Now Frawley got a bit lost there.
Great tackle.
Haven't asked him any questions so far on this set and the couple of extra tackles they had before. The 6 again call. Frawley now sends it up. They're looking for someone out there. It ends up with the beast. Marju takes it.
Well, a restart would have been the key there. Jack White in a couple of minutes from coming back into the game. If they just could have had one more set of 6, dig a bit of fatigue into the Knights. You end up going for the cross kick. You couldn't get the players there. They look very tired, Canberra, at the moment.
Jones knocked over 10 short of halfway. Jackson Hastings. Well
That
taken.
wind looks really strong.
Crossland down there leading kick chase. Made 50 tackles starting at hooker last week. Phoenix. Now Albert Hopewadi. That's a strong run. Into Newcastle territory now. And Timokol. The little man advancing the ball upfield. And now Horsburgh. Ooh.
Well, that was a tight effort there. Lockie Miller.
The Knights in control with a bit more than 20 minutes to play. Bradman Best. So a fair bit of possession today, Bradman. Run for over 150 metres in the game. And Saifiti played it to Brayley, and Hastings hunting around. Now, luckily Miller was standing in the way and did everything he could.
Jack Whiten's back on.
Well, that was neat work from Gamble to Crossland. So 13 plays 13 once again, and Gamble with a kick out wide, targeting Hopewadi. He's happy to go to ground after catching it.
Great kick.
Now Phil Gould is watching somewhere. First half field goal. Can the Raiders claw their way back? Well, that's what you said, Brad. They kicked the field goal. They've gone down the tube.
He reckons it capture scoring.
We played Origin one night and I kicked one to go up. To go up by 19. At half time, he wouldn't even look at me.
Once again. Now Dane Gagai. So Newcastle are happy to play the safety first game with a very handy scoreboard buffer. Here's Leo Thompson. Powerful run after starting the game. And now Miller. Super run. At least the first bit of it was anyway. That gets them to play number 5. And here's Jackson Hastings. He's going to kick towards Hopewadi. And the aim is to trap Canberra in the corner once again.
It's a real opportunity to get up over the top of Hopperwade. He likes to sit down and fall to the ground when he catches those high balls. Marju can get down there and compete to really get over the top of him.
Good chance they'll be looking for the Raiders bench at the moment. They've got a few interchanges up their sleeve. There's no Tarpanay. And there's no Papali on either. Here's Tarpanay who's on now.
And Whiten to Tim McCall. Straightens off that rapid right foot step. He's caught a few defenders out with that in the past. Not Bradman Best, however. And the kick now by Frawley. Hangs up for Miller to take it safely. Marju played a lower grade football at Parramatta. Greg?
Marju did.
Well,
And then went to the Gold Coast. Huh?
he was named then as Greg Voloisio. And then went to the Gold Coast. And now at Newcastle, and I reckon he'll become a fan favourite in no time after what he's done today. And a kick in behind them, and it's over the touchline. That's a smart play by Tyson Gamble.
David Middleton. No player has ever scored 3 tries on debut for the Knights. Greg Marju is on 2. Come on, Greg.
Adam O'Brien still barking to his team.
Hold, go one. Daniel, straight away. Lachlan, hold. Go two.
See Chris leading the yardage in the game, but Greg Marju 175, Lockie Miller 174, Bradman Best 147. Have a great service from their outside men today, this Newcastle outfit. Good run there, Tim McCall. Someone's got to put some energy into the Canberra effort. And Tarpanay, with another one of his jinking runs, he's tackled by Saifidi. Here goes Whitehead. Here's Frawley. This is Jack Whiten. Oh, another juggle by Chris, but he got the ball away to Smith Shields. That may have been forward. It wasn't called. The touch judge was right in line with that. And they put down on tackle 5. Here's Whiten. Dinks in behind. Oh, Miller perfectly positioned. And he will beat the defenders and get back.
Isn't he having a game?
Well, the Raiders are back in now. It feels like the Knights are tightening up. Tarpanay's back on. They're back to 13 players. This next 5 minutes, I think the Knights can just sit on the 10-point lead.
I wonder when we'll see Big Papa. First up off a calf injury, so Ricky probably monitoring just how long he gives him on the field, Josh Papali'i. But gee, if they're going to win this game, he has the ability to have influence.
There's Jack Whiten for Canberra. He's the man. Need to get as much ball to Jack Whiten as possible. And it's his running game, which is the real threat. Jack White, we saw in the first half, was to come off that left foot. He's the man for the Raiders.
Yeah, I'd also be bringing Starling back on as well. A little bit of speed around the ruck.
Here's Tarpanay. He's just so hard to bring to ground. Wolford to Frawley, comes out to Whiten, and Chris joins in, and here's Harley Smith-Shields with the defence, slides across, and Hastings combines with Gagai in defence. 5th and last. Frawley's kick looks long off the boot, and oh, Miller! He's not happy with Hudson Young. He thinks there was a mid-air collision that Hudson Young could have avoided.
Well, as he'd grounded the ball.
I think the collision was originally with his teammate.
Joey,
And he didn't
no
ground the
try
ball.
here. Just confirm that Lachlan drops the ball in the end goal and it's his own man that makes contact, and we don't have a grounding from Raiders.
As he grounded the ball, Lachlan
Well, he definitely made contact with his own player.
Well, Harley Shields is offside. He takes
Hudson
no
Young is
part.
onside.
It's Hudson Young.
Once again, the breeze is playing havoc. There's Marzu.
Lachlan Miller is not tackled in the air. Him falling is a result of his own man. He then knocks the ball backwards.
I don't think he grounds the
Is
ball.
your torso grounding?
You can
You
ground
ground with your
torso.
torso? Where's Rabs? Rabs loves the torso grounding.
Well, he hasn't grounded his torso there, has he?
The ball's then grounded by the torso
Yeah.
of Lachlan Miller,
Yes!
He has.
resulting in a goal line drop.
Love a torso grounding.
decision.
So stomach's part of the torso. Well, there, he knew the rule. He knew he got it down with his torso, and then he got up and pushed him.
Joey, there's no grounding from Canberra after that. Yeah, goal line dropout, mate. Goal line. He loses it, then grounds
So did
it with
Lockie Miller
torso,
not know
goal
his
line
own
dropout.
teammate knocked him over?
No, he didn't.
Oh, gee.
He goes into his own man, drops it,
look
and then
at the
grounds it with
rage.
his torso.
Wasn't me.
Left foot.
A bit of Coffs Harbour craziness coming out in there.
Wait,
He likes to
mind
go
your arm,
short.
Going left, Wiz.
He kicks,
Stay
he's
behind
right-footed. But when he goes to short kicks, he goes left foot. Work that out.
Oh. He's pulled out the bouncer. And Tarpanay braces himself after
Kurt
charging
Mann.
back, and Kurt Mann has been knocked badly
Joseph
here.
Tarpanay.
And here's the dangers of tackling low.
39 metres.
Well,
We highlighted a couple of weeks ago Luke Kieran attempted to tackle on Kaloa Matangi. This is very similar. Kurt Mann will go low, but then he loses sight of the target. His eyes are looking at the ground and hits the hip. Oh.
I'm not going quick, Wiz, so just make sure they help.
All right, well, he's up and walking off, which is
He can come on.
always
Bring
important.
him on. Get him
I
on.
originally thought Tarpanay
Yeah. We'll wait for Kurt to be off. Yeah, but he
leant
can
into
come
the
on
tackle with his knee, but actually his knee come back to the ground and it was the hip.
Tackle one, boys.
And the Croker comes on.
So it sort of feels like both teams have been fairly conservative here in the second half.
Well, they stopped playing
14
Newcastle.
minutes to go.
They've stopped playing. We've seen the Raiders very inexperienced out wide their edge defence. That's when Newcastle have got to be playing. Just tuck the ball up their jersey.
White, and that was a nice bit of footwork. And Seb Chris Gagai, he's read everything they've thrown at him down there this afternoon.
Yeah, they've got to come back through the middle. If they're going to go two passes, bring someone back through the middle. It's where they've had all their joy most of the game.
Wolford finds Frawley. And Whiten to Whitehead.
Show and go.
Oh, he wanted to try and farm another set of six there. Elliot Whitehead unsuccessful, and the kick from Frawley. It's a teaser. Oh, Whiten had a catch on that. He just couldn't hang on.
Knock on Jack. Hand over.
I felt like he was getting it on the way down. Got himself in a good position to get the ball. And he's up, and as he's coming down, the Knights defenders connected with the ball. Just didn't read it perfectly there.
Oh, here he is. Greg Marzu towing the grandstand with him. Emerson, breaking news.
Not a huge surprise, Matt, because Kurt Mann seemed to be in a bad way, but it is official. It's a Category 1 head knock. So not only is he out for the rest of this game, he will miss next week's match. That is against the Seagulls on Saturday in Mudgee. So wishing him all the best in that recovery.
Thanks, Emma. He cannot string games together, Kurt Mann. Something seems to always be on the wrong side of an injury or a head knock. In fact, you could say that for a lot of the Newcastle camp this year. Miller again causing worries.
Is there two of him out there? He's everywhere. What he does have, Lachlan Miller, he's got that speed endurance, which means even under fatigue, he can keep that top speed. Short side raid by Canberra. I think that's the fitness he would have got, the fitness base from Rugby 7s, and all they do is run. Maintain that real high speed under fatigue. And there we are, 100% footy. Guest, Anthony Seibold.
Well, you talk about the Dolphins and the Warriors being inside the four. Manly's in second. They won the pre-season challenge and they're up there too after a great start to the year for them. Obviously disappointment for them last night, but it's been some positive signs coming out of Manly, albeit very early in the season. And a hanger here by Frawley. It's taken comfortably by Miller. Oh, look at that. He went to go into the line, then stepped out of the defence and nearly ran around.
That was the other one.
He has been the best player by a mile for Newcastle this year, Lachlan Miller. What a buy. Cracking young bloke too.
Yeah. A nice little piece with his family pre-game too. Good shot. Hudson Young. He's copped a bit of battering, Matt Croker, the Savo. Hastings kicking high, and Chris taking it comfortably, and he gets whacked. Last 10 minutes, the Raiders have got to find something. Is there a spark in them, Brad? Can someone spark the green machine?
Well, Starling's the one I'd be looking for. He's just got that speed out of dummy half. It's all looking a bit one-dimensional at the moment.
Whiten, he telegraphed that one inside to Chris, and Leo Thompson got across there to knock him over.
Well, standing in front of him.
Get a set start here.
Middle.
The Knights.
Play the ball.
They can put this game to bed. Play with some width, get some numbers around that edge of the field. Lazy effort there.
Well, their outside men were actually standing in front of Jack.
Let's go.
But even whether you're chasing the kick, you need to give it at least a metre or so.
Yeah, just front foot here, boys. Hudson. Hold now. Hold. Time on.
They completed 14 of 15 in the second half, Newcastle. It's been a very disciplined... That's the play they needed. I was just going to say they have to try to force an error out of them. And Hudson Young has won the ball back.
Honestly, you've got to feel for Adam.
Tackle one, you grab him, Hudson. Can't take him out of play. Time off. Mate, if you pull him in disadvantage,
well, he lost his
you're not gonna
advantage.
get the play on.
He had him on the ground, and then he went on with it, Hudson Young.
Hold.
Look at Tyson just copping off, just barking.
Oh, could you imagine him at school? Imagine those poor school teachers.
You sound like a pirate, Brad. Here's Hudson, Walford. Parrot on your shoulder soon. Whiten to Hudson Young now, who started this with a crafty bit of work to steal the ball back for them. Now, can they jag a try here? Oh, that's a strong tackle. It's high, though. It's not sin bin worthy, it doesn't look like.
Not quick here, Zach.
Jacko earlier, and he's going to be swinging out.
Well, they're putting on all the pressure by coming back through, dropping him under, footwork, short passing. Gula.
Well, last year to win the game, Hudson Young came up with some brilliance. A short kick.
He might go close here, Whitehead. Oh, he couldn't get the ball over the top of Frizzell. He was desperate down the bottom. Now Wolford and Gula.
Great
well
tackle, Safidi.
Oh, he didn't know where to pass it there from dummy half. Wolford, it ends up now with Frawley. And Hideaway has come sprinting out to the centres, and he's got through them here. He's still got the ball alive. He passes it to Wolford, and back now to Whitehead. Zach Wolford and Joseph Tarpane, we know he's a good try scorer from close range, but he can't get it there, and he's lost the footy.
They're going to challenge this, the Raiders.
Okay, Joey.
Just talking to me.
I've ruled that Joseph Tarpane has tried to play the ball too quickly and has lost control of the ball.
Well, just by the referee even saying that, he's sort of given his side of the argument a lot of weight.
Joseph Tarpane attempts to play the ball too quickly and loses possession of the ball. Challenge unsuccessful.
Well, Tyson Frizzell's still got a hand on Tarpane's shoulder. We can see that again.
Mate, you
can see
here we are here, fellas.
Tyson Frizzell's holding onto Tarpane's arm as he's playing the ball. Look, see his arms there.
Front foot on the
He just hits his foot.
Oh, I think they're lucky there, the Knights, to get away with that one.
Scrum.
Yeah. The referee sent that up as saying you can't overrule me here. I've made
Make sure your front foot's on the line.
a judgmental decision that he's trying to play too quick. Although Tyson had hold of him and had his foot in the play of the ball.
Well, if they had a couple of flimsy moments in goal line defence in the first half, the Knights have certainly corrected it there. That was a strong effort.
Heads in the back, Hudson. Sebastian. Yep. Right.
Oh, Marzio. And Gagai now. And they've popped the pressure balloon with a couple of good runs there off the scrum. Almost out to the 30. Just over 6 minutes to play in Sunday footy. And the Raiders, you felt like they really had to score there, and then they give themselves a great chance to maybe win it at the end. So the task is set for them here. 2 tries in 6 minutes. Not easy. Doable, but not easy. Oh, he's dropped the ball.
And he's offside.
And he's offside.
He never looked comfortable then, Sebastian Chris. Big challenge for him today. Never really played fullback. You say he played in Harold Matthews, which is under 15s back in the day.
It's a lonely life for a fullback sometimes.
Did you ever play fullback, Freddie?
One game against Cronulla. That was in the day where, was it Speechley, the 5 just used to put bomb after bomb after bomb. And I played at Cronulla.
Was it at Cronulla?
At
It's
Cronulla.
always windy.
And it was in the day where you could just take the fullback out. They had Mark McGaw just sprinting through, just wiping me out. I think they scored 3 tries off bombs.
Oh, it's bounced back.
Oh, it's hit his head. It's play on.
It's gone near the end goal, and Papali'i has got the ball back for the Raiders.
They need to score this set. With 4 minutes to go, they need to try this set.
Oh, Timoko lashing out. Whitehead, and the ball goes to Whiten, and Harley Smith-Shields. He's up against Marju. There's only one winner in that battle as Gagai comes across to assist. And now Tapane. Wolford goes to Frawley. Whiten's over on the right-hand edge. And then Timoko. They're going to rely on a high kick here to try and jag a try and give them some hope. Miller's got to run out to contest it. Ball's allowed to bounce. Up they go. Big Papa's got it. Oh, and Gagai inconvenienced him as he was trying to pass one around the corner in one hand. Well, it's that little window after half-time. 16 points in 7 minutes for the Knights. They thundered out of the break with 3 tries, and that's the difference in the game in the end.
First half field goal, mate.
We're not going to hear the end of that this week, are we? Oh, Miller gets crunched by Hudson Young, and here's a kick ahead and chased by Whiten. He'd run past it.
Okay, have we got professional foul?
Oh, Gagai's taking him out.
Okay. They're asking a okay, they're asking a challenge. Okay.
Great effort by Matt
Jaden,
Croker to get back there.
Newcastle is challenging the ruling
Why wasn't there a Canberra
that there's
player
illegal interference on Jack Whiten.
yelling at Jared Sutton to stop the clock? Well, that's the most important thing at the moment, is the clock.
Great tackle, Hudson
That is
Young.
a great tackle.
What a good shot.
Ball goes backwards here, playing on.
You can't use your hand.
Well, he
Jack
takes
Whiten
him
is
out.
grabbed illegally. This results in a penalty. There is no professional foul because the ball has actually beaten him, so the opportunity to score isn't there. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Professional foul, yeah, it will be a penalty. It's a penalty because he does interfere with him. The fact that he's passed the ball means it's not a professional foul.
Right.
Penalty, mate. And the mark, Joey, is... Yeah.
So if you
Down,
run
Jack,
past
we're
the
just
ball,
waiting, mate.
there can't be a
Yeah, they're
professional
tapping it,
foul.
mate.
So you can
No,
still
but-
grab him.
Wait.
It's just a penalty.
Tapane now.
They're up by 10, a minute and a half to go, and I'm still nervous. Is this normal?
Just breathe. Just breathe.
I'm trying.
Now Gula. They look hungry in defence the other nights. They've got the game at their mercy here. Now Jack Whiten. He played it to Wolford. He tries himself. Does he scrape the turf
Held
with
up.
it? No.
Tackle 2, Zach Wolford. Time off. Tackle 2. Wait, Zach. Wait. 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 Okay, time on. Go, 2.
Gula now. The Knights, they've got a minute to go, and they'll clock win number 2 of the season. Papali'i. Look at the jumpers there for Newcastle. Oh,
Okay,
He's saying
Joey.
he's got it.
yeah,
That will
what?
be tackle 4 with Josh
He might
Papali'i.
have,
Just confirm the ball doesn't get to the line.
he
Tackle
might have
4.
contorted himself to at least get the ball on the ground, but it was here. It's like a tennis player disputing a line call.
At this stage, the ball is up.
Short.
Look at Papa looking at the line. Look. Is he a fibber?
Based on all available angles, we were supporting the live decision of no try.
Josh, it's up here. It's not held up.
There was only 8 Knights players there. He must be so strong. Papali'i.
Tackle 4. Time on.
That would have been painstaking, that view of the line.
Jack Whiten, inside pass to Chris. Good defence again. Fitzgibbon and Tyson Gamble. Pressure on the Frawley kick. Whiten taps it back. Might have taken the leg of Gula. It's a knock-on off Canberra.
Both ways. Handover.
It's a knock-on both ways, but the first is Canberra, which means Newcastle will get it back and they can wind the clock down. And this is a gutsy win from a team that is missing some high-calibre talent. Not just Kalen Ponga, but Adam Elliott sidelined. Among other players that are out, and a few indefinitely as well. So we're not sure when. Elliott will be back, when Sasungi will make his return. Jacob Safidi suspended, of course, and Kalen Ponga. So to get this job done at home is a good effort from the Knights. And the crowd will really appreciate this. The game was in the balance at half-time. They flew out after Adam O'Brien's address and have secured their second win of the season.